Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Victoria Lee Beauty and today I'm going to be showing you guys as my first video my makeup collection. I thought this would be a good way to start, that you guys can kind of see what I have and then we can know what kind of looks you want from what I have. Because obviously I'm just starting out. I don't have all of the makeup, I don't have all the access to all the makeup, I don't have all the money for all the makeup. I am a university student, so we're gonna try and work with what I have, and then this way you guys can kind of get an idea and then see what kind of things you want to see, like tutorial wise, and also just comment down below what kind of videos you want to see just in general. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm gonna kind of go in the order of how you would wear the makeup. So first we're gonna start off with primers. So firstly, my ride or die primer is the Tata Silk Canvas. This is just such a good primer. It makes your base so nice and so smooth for your foundation to go on top of. Any foundation will look good on top of that base. And sometimes if my skin's feeling extra dry because I have really dry skin, then I'll just throw some MAC Fix Plus on in the beginning. I know you can also use it in between, but my favorite way is to use it at the beginning to kind of give my skin some hydration instantly, rather than using a lotion on top of the silk canvas. For foundations, right now my go-to is the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm in the shade Porcelain. I love this foundation. It is so good. It gives you almost a natural finish, but still more on the matte side. But even though I'm a dry skin, I still really like it just because it does lead a little more natural than it does matte. And then another go-to foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me. This shade right here is 128, which isn't what I usually wear. This is more of a summer me kind of shade. I'm not obviously that tan right now. Right now I would usually be wearing shade 120, more on the pale side, but that's also a really good, more affordable option. I would say it wears similar to the Too Faced Born This Way, but just a lot cheaper. And then kind of I didn't know where to put these in, so I thought I'd put them in now. I have the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks. I got the trio for Christmas last year. So first I have the concealer shade in the shade Bamboo, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't really use this one because it's not really my shade. So I try and find uses for it here and there, but it's just not, it doesn't work with my skin tone, so it's really hard to find where to use it. Then I have Trippin', which is one of the blush highlight ones. This one's super pretty, honestly. I really like it. It just, like I said, these are a little hard to work with, so it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. For example, today I used this one in the shade Mocha, which was the contour shade. I used this today because I'm just wearing more of a natural. It may not seem natural to some people, but this is more of an everyday kind of look. So I use that because it kind of gives you a nice finish without being too matte. And then concealers are my favorite things ever. They're my obsession. So I just have these ones. So I'll start off with the Tarte Shape Tape because obviously everyone's heard of this. If you watch YouTube and you haven't heard of this, I don't know where you've been. You need to get this. But obviously I live in Canada, as you guys may have read down below. So it was a little hard to get, not gonna lie. I had to go drive to the States and go to Ulta to purchase this, but you can order it online now because I think Ulta just started shipping to Canada. So that's actually really good. So if you want it, I recommend buying it. It's around the same price with the exchange as your average Sephora concealer anyway. So it's not you're spending more than you would regularly spend at Sephora for concealer. So next I'm gonna go with my first concealer I ever bought, which obviously as you can see it's getting empty. I probably need to get a new one. Which is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I have it in the shade Light Warm. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to mention my Tarte Shape Tape is in the shade Light Sand. But yeah, so this is the shade Light Warm, and honestly, this is my perfect skin tone shade. If I were regular, I don't have enough in it right now, but on a regular light makeup day, this would be my concealer I would go in with, just throw this on, throw on some brows, throw on some mascara, and call it a day. That would be the concealer I would choose for that for sure, just because of the perfect match it is to my skin. And something I have that I don't use a whole lot is the Naked Skin color corrector in the shade Pink. So this is basically for my dark circles, because I don't know if you can see it right now. Hopefully my concealer is covering them up, but I have pretty dark circles under my eyes. So I bought that with the intentions of it helping. But honestly, I prefer just using a thicker concealer that's my own shade rather than a pink color corrector. And then another one I have is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have this in the shade Custard. So this one, it's a little, like this is more like my summer concealer. It can still work for me now, but it's just almost the same tone as my foundation. So I don't get that like dimensional look. It's more like one tone, but this one's still a really good option as well. And then my favorite one, my go-to right now, is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I have it in the shade Almond. I love this concealer so much. And this match perfectly. Like they just blend together so nice, which like obviously like they're from the same brand, so like they should. But I love that concealer so much. I 10 out of 10 recommend. Plus if you really do the math on it, so this is like $36 and this is $37, and this one has literally double the product that this one has in it. Like literally search it. I think this one's like 0.22 and this one's like 0.5. And it's $1 cheaper. So get the Born This Way one if you're deciding between the two. And then the next step in my makeup routine would obviously be powder. So obviously powder's a little hard to find when you have dry skin because a lot of them just make you look so cakey and like pretty gross. So my first affordable option is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Translucent Powder. So this one, I don't know, I really like it. It works really well with my Beauty Blender. That's what I prefer to put it on with. But it works with the brush as well if that's the way you like to use it. But this is a really good product. The only thing is I feel like it kind of gives me a bit of a white cast. So if you're planning on taking flash photography, I probably wouldn't totally recommend that, but it's still good nonetheless. And then my go-to powder right now is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. This is so good for dry skin. I can't even explain. Like this powder, literally, like it'll change your life. Like it's incredible. I love it. So good for setting the under eye, so good for setting the whole face. And I never used to set my whole face because I was so afraid because of my dry skin. But with that powder, like you don't even have to worry about it. So the next step would be my brows. So first I would go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Medium Brown. I love this. This is the one, if you're not familiar with it, that has more of like a triangular tip. Whereas like the regular Brow Wiz has like just a pointed tip. And then I just recently got into brow gels. I've been wanting to try one, but a lot of them are really expensive and I was like, I don't know, do I want to pay that much for a gel? So what I decided to do is make an order on ColourPop and get 2 of the Brow Boss gels. So I got the clear one and the one in the shade Light Brown. And I just love these so much. They hold your brows up so nice. Plus, I've been really going for that fluffier brow look lately rather than the super perfect one. And though that gel is just perfect if that's what you're looking for. And yeah, like the clear one would be for like more of a no makeup day. And then the light brown one is more for like if you're doing like more fancy makeup. That's at least what I use it for anyways. So the next step in my makeup routine changes sometimes. So sometimes I go right into my eyeshadow. Sometimes I go right into my face. It really depends on my mood. Or sometimes I even do my eyeshadow first. It really just depends on the look I'm going for and basically like what I even remember to do. Because sometimes I'm in such a rush, like I just don't even remember how to do things. So I'm just gonna start off, I think, with bronzer and contours probably, because that's what I would usually go in with first. I know everyone does this in different orders, so like it doesn't really matter. Like do it whenever you order you like it best. But first I have the this MAC bronzer. I use it as a contour shade though. It's in the shade Matte Bronze. Okay. Pretty simple. This is really nice. I really love it to contour. It's a little cool toned, I feel, to be just a bronzer, so I really enjoy using this one as a contour shade. And especially it's like, not that it's affordable like in comparison to the drugstore, but in comparison to a lot of the bronzers and contour powders at Sephora, that one is definitely a good bang for your buck. As well as my favorite bronzer, the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer. I love that bronzer so much. It's so good. This is shade 104 Tantastic. They also have one that's in a black package that my sister has called Tantric. But I prefer this one. Plus it smells like coconut. So if you like coconut, like that's all for you. And as well, I've recently gotten the Unlocked Edit palette from Hourglass. This palette is so pretty. So as you can see by the colors in here, there's like a super pretty bronze shade, 2 super beautiful blushes, a highlight, and then 2 of their ambient lighting powders. And I'm wearing this on my face today. I don't know if you can tell, the lighting in here is not the greatest, but they're so beautiful and they just make your skin look so stunning. Plus I feel like they're very good powders for people with dry skin as well. I'm sure they would work on oily or combination skin, but these are really good for dry skin. A little bit pricey, but I would say it's worth it. And then another thing that I loved for the summer especially is the Becca Endless Bronze and Glow, the collaboration with Chrissy Teigen. So this just kind of looked like this. It was one of those like 3 in a pan. This was like the perfect bronzy like blush color for the summer. I would say I wore it probably like every day. It's just so nice. I absolutely love that. As well for blushes, I also have this Anastasia blush kit. So it just has like a couple shades in there. I stick honestly more towards these 3. I don't really ever touch that pink one. And the pink one also has some shimmers in it, whereas the other ones are more on the matte side. So just keep that in mind as well. And then next I'm going to go into highlights, which is obviously like most people's favorite part. So today I went with a more subtle highlight. I did just the highlight from this Unlocked Edit palette, but usually I would go for something more along the lines of this. So Jeffree Star highlighters are the best. I only have this one, but my sister has 2. And I've used them all and I love them all. They're so great. They're so blinding. Like if you're looking for a blinding highlight, these highlights are where it's at. Plus it's huge. Like look at how big this is. I don't even see you ever running out of this. Literally ever. Like I don't know how that could happen because these are so big. Like it's along the size of the Tantric bronzer if you've ever seen that. So like compared to that, or even if you've ever seen the Anastasia blush palette, it's like the size of that. So just take that into consideration as well when looking at the price. I have the one that was the collaboration with Manny MUA in the shade Uranus. I just really liked it. It's like a really pretty like champagne gold color, which reminded me of the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter, which I love. This is like a go-to highlight. It's so pretty. This highlight's just stunning. And it looks good on almost everyone. Like I've never seen anyone wear it where it didn't look good. And then another one I have, which is just a little mini that I got in like a Christmas gift set last year, is the Becca Champagne Pop. So obviously this was the shade that they collaborated on with Jaclyn Hill. I love her, so I had to make sure to find my way to get it without paying the full price for the highlight, which I'll probably end up buying at some point, but not yet. And then I have one cream highlight. I guess you could kind of call it a cream, but I just don't wear cream highlights as much, I feel, because I like to powder my face and then highlight, whereas with cream highlights, you have to put it on before powdering, and I don't know, I always forget. So I have the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Flexitarian. This is such a stunning shade. Like whenever I remember that I own this and that I want to put it on before powder, like it's just so good. I love it. And then now that's all I have for like face stuff. So we're gonna move on to the eyes. So first of all, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not really good at eyeliner, so I don't really do wings. I don't even really do, like sometimes I'll like maybe do like a little bit of some kind of eyeliner deal like in my waterline, but that's really it. Like I am not good at it. It's not my forte. Plus I think with the shape of my eyes, eyeliner doesn't look super great on me as well because it makes my eyes look smaller. So, but the 2 eyeliners I do have are the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Mr. Bing. This was created with Kathleen Lights. I absolutely love her, so I had to get this shade, and I love Friends, so Mr. Bing, duh. And it's such a pretty brown, and it looks so good on people with green eyes, so I just absolutely love that one. And then I have this NYX Pure White Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a waterproof pencil in the shade white, pure white. And yeah, if I'm just really looking for like an extreme, more of an extreme look where I want to open up my eyes, this will definitely help open up your eyes a lot more, just because white really helps like brighten up the space and make it almost kind of blend in with your eyes. And then now I'm going to move on to cream products before we get into eyeshadow palettes. First, I have these Stila Magnificent Metals, Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. These are so good. So these 2 right here are minis that I got in a set. The one shade is Smoldering Satin and the other one is Kitten Karma. These are so pretty. I prefer the shade Smoldering Satin over Kitten Karma, but I know that Kitten Karma is a very popular shade. So like if they had this set back, it also came with Rose Gold Retro, I believe it's called. So if you're looking to try out this formula, these minis are so good because I've had these for like a year and I haven't ran out of them. So I'm sure that that would work for most people. But then I was dying for the shade Sea Siren, which they only sell in the full size, so I just had to get it. This shade is so pretty. It's like a duochrome, purple and blue. I don't know, I just love it. Plus my school colors are purple and yellow, so I really wanted it for the purple aspect of it. So the next thing I have is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal, I think it's Glitter Liner it's called. I have it in the shade Midnight Cowboy. I absolutely love this. It's so good, but I don't really use it as a liner as I was saying before. I use this more to like put on the lid and like really emphasize the glitter on a glittery eyeshadow that I feel like I need to add more to. Then we also have this little sampler that I got from Laura Mercier. It's one of their Caviar Stick eye colors in the shade Amethyst. This is super pretty. It works really nice. I haven't used it too much, but it is really nice from what I've seen so far. And then now we're gonna move into like little potted eyeshadows that are creams as well. So first, the ColourPop Super Shock formula. I have a bunch of these. Like, I like them a lot. The only problem, like I said before, is sometimes with cream products, I forget that I have them or that I want to use them. And then I'll set with powder, and then it kind of makes the cream product go on a little bit weirder. So the first shade I have is in the shade Mittens. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It's just like this brown with like purple in it. It's super pretty. I love that. It's super good to work because like these all work really well together. So I almost have like a light shade, a medium shade, and a dark shade. That way I can do one eye look with them. So the medium shade that I would have is Cornelius, which is from the Kathleen Lights collaboration that she did with them. I think it was called Where the Light Is. It was like a quad. I think they still sell that on there, so you can definitely still go pick that up. And as well in that quad came the shade Glow, and this was just like a matte white almost. So that's like really good as a base for your other Super Shock shadows because they mix really well together. And then I have some fun ones. These are all as well Kathleen Lights collabs. Most of the ones that I have, most of the products I have from ColourPop are Kathleen Lights collaborations or products she recommended because I trust her opinion and I love the brand. But since I have to ship it all the way to Canada, it takes so long to come in and I have to pay exchange, then I just prefer getting something that I can trust more than taking a chance. So I have the color Kathleen Lights, which is a super pretty like bronze gold shimmer shade. It's just stunning. I love that color. I have the shade Blaze. Okay, there we go. It's kind of like a gold but like more brown. This one applies a little differently than the Kathleen Light shade. I prefer how the Kathleen Light shade applies, but it's still really beautiful. And then this super fun shade that I got because it was just super cool is this like goldeny green color. It's like a super gold yellow green shade. It's called Telepathy. I love it for fun looks. It's super good. And then these ones are my most recent to my collection from the Disney collection. I did not get the whole collection. I just got items that really like made me go, wow, like I want that. So I got the shade Be Our Guest, which is this super pretty, it's like a shimmer, but definitely not a glitter though. It's very just like a light wash of shimmer on your eyelid, but it's super pretty because it's kind of a duochrome that I didn't notice when I first bought it, but it shifts almost like pink, a little purple, a little gold. It's just super beautiful. As well as I got the shade A Whole New World. It's this purple one. It's super stunning. This has so much glitters in it, but like not like chunky, like gross, like weird glitters, like super pretty glitters. And then I have my favorite potted eyeshadow, but it also costs a lot more than those ones, is the Hourglass Scattered Lights glitter eyeshadow in the shade Smoke. This is so pretty. I just absolutely love this. I even still have the thing in it because I'm like, don't want to wreck it. But it's just this super stunning, like, it looks honestly just like the shade Smoldering Satin. If you guys know what the Smoldering Satin Stia liquid eyeshadow looks like, it's like that. But honestly, I would say better. I just prefer that formula so much. And then another cream eye product I have is this new Fenty Beauty. What did she even call this? I don't remember what the name of these were, but it was like her eyeshadow, like lips, like she called them like lipsticks and eye sticks and yeah, metallic eye and lip crayon. So I got the one set that was like the more like cool toned, funner colors. So it comes with this blue shade, this silver shade, and this purple shade, and they're absolutely stunning. These apply on the eye so well. Plus I can use these as like a little bit of a liner if I want to add some fun. But like I said, I don't do eyeliner a whole lot, but if I wanted to, I've actually used these already as eyeliners and it's super fun. And now I'm on to the eyeshadow palettes, which is my favorite part. I absolutely love eyeshadow palettes. They're my favorite thing about makeup. So first I have this little Natasha Denona mini sunset palette. This is so pretty, and I just really want to try the Natasha Denona formula without forking over like well over $100 for one of her other palettes. So that I think that was the best way, and I really do like the formula, but I'm still on the fence about whether I should get a palette or not because they're just so expensive, and especially when there's such good cheaper options. So I'll go through my cheaper palettes first, and then we can go into the couple expensive palettes that I have. So the first one I have is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette from the Vault collection. This is the one with the purples and like the pinks. It's so pretty. I just absolutely love this. It's just the shades work so well. Like I know there's so much controversy around it, but I had no problems using those eyeshadows. Yeah, you guys, like no problems. They worked like a dream on me. So maybe people just wanted to complain, I don't know, but they worked amazing. And then the other palette I have from Jaclyn Hill is the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original one that she made with Morphe. This one is so pretty. I absolutely love this. Just so many of the shades are like everyday. Like you could look at this and get overwhelmed, but if you look at how many stunning browns there are in here and just like everyday warmer tones, cooler tones if that's what you like, just it's stunning. And then for ColourPop palettes, I have 3 of the smaller ones and then the new Disney Designer one. So the Disney Designer palette is just absolutely stunning. I love it. Like look at the packaging. It's so pretty. And inside it has like all the little initials. It's so cute. And I just absolutely love these shades. This is also such an everyday palette. Like you could bring this traveling and like you would be totally fine if you just wanted to do everyday looks each day. So one of my favorites definitely of the ColourPop palettes that I own is the Zodiac palette. So this was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, and the shades in here are stunning. Right now I'm actually wearing the shade Taurus, which is like the brown shade, all over my eyes, and it just applies so nicely. Like, and they basically blend themselves. Like I don't even know like what else good things to say. It's just I love this palette. There's so many shades. Like I don't know if you guys can see like the Libra shade, like that lighter pink one. I've dug in, like I've used that one so much. It's just such a good palette and like good for every day, but also good for like a more fun, like wild look. It's just perfect. And then the Dream Street palette is also a classic of Kathleen Lights as well. I'm actually wearing the shade Moony as my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight because it's just such a pretty brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight color. And just the shades in here are stunning. Some of my favorite looks I've ever made are from this palette. It's just so beautiful. Like if I were to say if you could get any 2 ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, which should you get? I would definitely suggest the Zodiac and the Dream Street. And I think you can even buy them in like a set together now. I'm pretty sure when she released the Zodiac, she made a set where you can buy them both, which is super cool. And I think it saves you a little bit of money if I'm not wrong. And then I have the Yes Please palette, which is the super warm tone one that everyone was going crazy over last year. And honestly, I love it. It's super nice, but I don't reach for it as much as I reach for these 2. So definitely I would say if you were into really warm tones, this would be a really good palette to get because they're all super good quality and blend really nice. But if you're into like more everyday and more like going out options, that the other 2 palettes are much better for that. And now on to my more expensive palettes. So my newest to my collection is the Anastasia Norvina palette. So I've heard a lot of stuff about this, like people saying, oh, it's like subculture, oh, it's not good. But I have had 0 problems with this palette. It is so pretty. I just love the color so much. And I love that like you can do an everyday eye look with this, but you could also do something so like wild and out of this world. It's just stunning. I love what you can do with that palette. It's so much fun. And then another one where like if you don't like shadows like these, like where they're in a pot and it's a lot harder to work with, I find, and you want glitter and you want it in a pan, get the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. This palette is so stunning. Like, first of all, it has this amazing mirror in it, which I'm gonna try not blind you guys with it. And all of these glitter shades, and they are just so nice. They apply so well. Plus there's like your basic brown, a little bit of a darker brown, a black, and like a really light shade that's like more of a cream color than a white, but so pretty. Like you could do a little like just brown everyday look, or super fun, super glittery, super great looks. Like I really love that palette. It's so good. And if you're more of like a mattes person, I would definitely suggest the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, because this literally has every just regular basic brown, you know, more basic everyday color eyeshadows that you'll need. Like look at this. So you have your little warm tone section, your cool tone section, and then your neutral section, which I just think is so perfect how she set it out that way, because it just makes it so easy, because this was the first eyeshadow palette I ever owned, and it made it so much easier for me to figure out how to use it, because she just has all of them in like where in the categories where they have shades that match them better. That way when you're like not really like into like trying things out and being crazy with your makeup, it's so much easier to just do it that way. So what I usually do next is, yes, obviously you're probably thinking like mascara or something, but actually I go with a setting spray first before applying my mascara and my lipstick, just because sometimes my mascara will drip if I do my mascara and then spray my face with some setting spray right away. So I just prefer to save the hassle and just do the setting spray first. So I have 2 setting spray options. Well, I guess I have 3. You could use the MAC Fix Plus if you wanted to. That just won't prolong your makeup at all. It'll just kind of mesh it all together. But my favorite one for prolonging my makeup wear is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is amazing. I love this. This is so good. I used it today. You could spray this like a couple sprays, it'll last all day. 300 sprays if you want, it'll last all day. It's just perfect. I love it. And then when I'm doing more of like everyday lighter look, I really love to go for the Cover FX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Like the mist on this is just stunning. Like look at this. I'm gonna put some on. Like literally like nothing. I love it. Like it's just so good. But just be careful not to spray too much, because it does kind of start to look a little sweaty if you put on too much. But I love it. Plus it has like that shaker thing, which is kind of addictive to shake, if you've ever, you know, if you like things like that. And then I just have one mascara because it's just my go-to. I don't feel the need to own more than one because they go bad kind of fast. Is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So I have the birthday edition one, I think. So that's why it's so sparkly. But this mascara is so good. I love the wand on it mostly because I feel like it's just so easy to do like fast and good mascara with this wand, whereas some other ones you have to work with a little more. This one you just like blink a couple times and you're good. And now on to probably the biggest part of my collection, because it's so easy to get sucked into buying a lot of lipsticks, is obviously I just said it, the lipstick collection. So I guess I'll probably go in with lip balm stuff first, because I mean your lipstick's not gonna apply well or look good if you don't have a lip balm or something on either throughout the night and then like have like as a mask more type of deal, or just like a regular like everyday lip balm. So for just like an everyday, like right before I'm putting on my lipstick, I'll go with the ColourPop Lippy Stick Primer. So this is actually really good. I love this. It just like, I feel like it just helps keep my lips a little bit more hydrated throughout the day. And it also doesn't affect though the formula of my lipstick that I'm putting on top of it, which I really love. Or another one that is more for during the night would be the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. I really like this. The only thing I would say is it's super waxy, and if the waxiness bothers you, I would definitely go with something like the Laneige, I think that's how you say it, Lip Sleeping Mask. This is my go-to. I absolutely love this. I put this on every night before I go to bed. It just makes my lips feel so much softer. It's perfect. I love it. And I guess I'll do lip liners. So I just have a small lip liner collection, nothing too drastic. So we have a Bite Beauty lip liner. This one's in the shade 060. This one's really nice. The only problem I found with this is it's really similar to my skin tone. So it has to be a day where I really don't want my lips to stand out at all. Or if I'm wearing a shade that I feel like is too dark, it helps lighten up that shade as well, so it can be good for that. But that's not my go-to. My go-tos for sure are the Jeffree Star lip liners. Are so good. I absolutely love them so much. I have the shade Celebrity Skin and Mannequin, and oh my gosh, these work so good. My favorite combo to do is, because I have the matching good lipsticks for them as well, is using the Celebrity Skin lip liner because it's a little darker with the Mannequin lipstick, and it just kind of gives your lips that contoured lip effect, and it looks so pretty. And then my original go-tos were the Kat Von D Everlasting lip liners. So I have two of these in the shade OG Lolita and Lolita. These are just really pretty colors, very like basic nude, but a little darker I think, and a little bit more pinky toned than the Jeffree Star ones. And then my newest lip liner that I have is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF. Honestly, if I were to repurchase this, I'd probably go with the BFF 2 or whatever the step up from this one is, because this one is almost just like the exact same as my lip color, whereas I was looking more for something to contour my lips a bit with more, but it's still super stunning and a super good formula. And my favorite like brown nude, like if I like am wearing any lipstick and I want to darken it up a bit or just give my lips like a regular lip line, I'll go with the Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K lip liner. That one I just really love. It's so pretty, and I love the Kylie formula. I know like there's a lot of controversy around Kylie Cosmetics, but I absolutely love it. And then I also have the Kylie lip liner in the shade 20. This is from like a birthday kit I think she did like last year, or I think anyway. Sorry guys, it's literally snowing outside. Like if that's what you see me looking at, I'm looking at the snow. I hate snow. Even though I live in Canada. And then the last lip liner I have is MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Auburn. So this came in like a lip kit that I got for Christmas last year, where it came with this in a matching lipstick. So that's the main reason I got that, because I wanted like a more fall toned red lipstick. And if you were wondering what my favorite was between lipsticks in the regular old school tube or in liquid lipstick form, well, if you were looking at my collection, you'd probably think that it was liquid lipsticks, because I have just a few liquid lipsticks. But I also do have a major love for lipsticks in the tube. I absolutely just love, like I love the convenience of how much easier it is to just swipe on a lipstick and like be out the door, and they last so much longer. I find, I know liquid lipsticks are meant to last longer, but I find that my liquid lipsticks will crack more throughout the day than my lipstick tubes. Comment down below if you find the same thing, or if I'm just like crazy and I'm the only one. So first, my favorite, as you can tell by how many of them I have 6. So first I'll go through the ones that were collab ones that I just think are super stunning, that I also happened to get on sale, because that's the other perfect thing about MAC, is that you can get their collaborations on sale after like a couple months, I think, of them having it, if they don't sell, because they're not permanent items. So you can get them on sale. So if there's something you want from a collaboration that you think might not sell out, just wait, and MAC will definitely put it on sale. So I got, first of all, the Patrick Star and MAC collab. This one was first collab, not the second one out. This from the first one. It's in the shade Mama Star. It's just super pretty. It's like a nude. You guys are gonna notice a recurring theme of a lot of nude lipsticks, but they're all different, I swear. I would describe you as the undertones, but I'm not super good at picking out undertones, but I'll probably get better at it. And then I have the Aaliyah X MAC lipstick, which is so pretty, in the shade Try Again. So like that song, Try It Again. You know what I'm talking about. And this one's a nude, but more brown, which I love, because I absolutely love lighter brown lipsticks. I think they're so pretty, like, and I just like how they look on my skin tone as well. And then for the old school MAC lipsticks, I have the Velvet Teddy, which is the, which one? That's the one thing I wish that MAC did, is that they had a way to specify which one was which. So I have Velvet Teddy, which is like everyone's original go-to MAC shade, very perfect nude, pinkier more so than brown. as well as the shade Honey Love, which is I'm wearing actually Honey Love right now on top of the Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin lip liner, as well as I put some Velvet Teddy on the outer edges to kind of give my lips a more fuller effect. But this one right here is the shade Honey Love. It's like, I think my favorite lipstick nude. I know I'm probably gonna say all of these are my favorite, but like this one is like, if I need a shade that I know is gonna stay on all day and I know it's gonna look pretty, I know it's gonna match every look, I'm gonna go in with Honey Love. So next I have my red color. So first I have a color named Chili, which is the one that went with the Auburn lip pencil. This shade is just super pretty. It's more of like a more fall vibe kind of red, like much darker, a little bit muskier, like super stunning though still. And then I have a very true red, which is called Proud to be Canadian, which I got for Canada Day. This shade is so pretty. It's like the perfect everyday red. I don't know if they sell this in the States. I'm sure they didn't, but this shade is so pretty. So if you can find a way to get your hands on it, I would, because it's such a good, just basic red. And then the other ones I have that aren't MAC are the Kris Jenner collab called Give Me a Kiss with Kylie. So this is just a super pretty nude. Honestly, this one kind of reminds me of Velvet Teddy, but the formula is a little bit more of a creme formula rather than a matte formula. So it wears a little different, but it's still super stunning. As well as I have the ColourPop Area Lipstick. I absolutely love this nude. This one also honestly really reminds me of the Kris Jenner one as well. I have obviously a type when it comes to lipsticks, so we're just being honest. And then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria lipstick, which I got to match my name because I thought that was funny. And it also happened to be one of my favorite styles of nudes, which is like a taupey nude. I absolutely love that. As I was saying, I really like brown tone, like lighter brown tones. So taupey nudes are also really up my alley as well. So this Very Victoria lipstick I felt was just very Victoria. So I thought I had to buy it. More expensive than the other ones for sure, but it's definitely still worth it. And then as well as I have one lippy stick in the shade Aquarius, which is obviously from the Kathleen Lights collaborations that she did. This is a really pretty nude as well. I don't often find myself reaching for this one, but that's just because I have to store it with my lip liners because of its shape, but then I forget about it as a lipstick because I don't store it with my lipstick. So maybe if I had more it would work out, but I think because I just have the one, it's a lot harder to keep storage of it. And then last but not least, we have the liquid lipsticks. Okay, well, that's a lie. These two are glosses, so we'll go over those first, but all the rest, I think, yeah, all the rest should be liquid lipsticks. So first we have the Marc Jacobs gloss in the shade, what is the shade name again? As if I can read that. It's called Pretty Thing, I think is what I just read. This is so pretty and it smells like mint. I absolutely love this gloss. It is so good. Like, I know, yes, it's more expensive than like your regular drugstore gloss, and plus a lot of people aren't willing to spend a lot of money on glosses, but I'd rather spend more money on a gloss because I'm very picky with my lip glosses. I don't want one that's gonna like be so tacky and like it's all I can feel all day. I prefer one that I can wear and like feel comfortable while wearing it, which is why I also like the Becca Chrissy Teigen gloss in this shade. I think this one's, I don't think it says on it, Beach Bum. Yes, I think this is the shade Beach Bum. This one is so pretty. I absolutely love this. Such a good nude lip gloss. And like these are both also more opaque glosses than they are like of toppers, because I don't find myself wearing toppers a lot, because if I'm wearing a lipstick, I'm wearing it because I want it to last all day, whereas a gloss really takes away from the long wearing effect of your lipstick. So we'll start from like what I use least, I guess, and then work to what I use most at the end. So I have this Kat Von D Everlasting lipstick. This one's so pretty. I love the formula. It's just the color's really bright, and oftentimes, as you can see, I go for more of a nudes. I know in the bottle it just looks like a regular pink, but it definitely has, like, it kind of honestly, it kind of looks like my shirt when you put it on your lips. So you definitely have to be like in the mood to be wearing this lipstick. Like you have, like, it's a whole thing. And then my Kylie lipsticks, as much as I love them, I don't find myself reaching for them as much as my favorite, which I'll get to at the end. The Kylie ones, I love them. I love the colors. The formula doesn't bother me. Everyone says that the formula bothers them, but I almost dropped that. I love you. But I don't think the formula is bad. Like everyone I think they just like to complain because like to complain about Kylie, but I mean, like, I really like Kylie, so like, if I didn't like a product, I probably just wouldn't talk about it, you know? Like, I wouldn't just sit here and be like, oh, it's bad. Like, I just wouldn't mention it. So first I have the KKW, like, nude set that they came out with. These shades are really pretty. My favorite one is this one. It's called Kimberly. This one's definitely my favorite. The other ones are Kiki. I think they're like versions of her names. And then Kim and Kimmy. So those are all super cute names. They're all really nice. Those are definitely more creme than matte, so they don't last that long, but it's really good for if you just like want something to look pretty, but like maybe you're going to a dinner or something, you know you're gonna wipe it off to eat anyways, so you put that on, wipe it off to eat, and then put it on after you're done your meal. And then another collaboration I have from Kylie is one with Chloe. This is from the Coco collection. This is the shade Clo Money. I absolutely love this. This is such a pretty nude color. It's like, has a bit of brown in it as well, which I absolutely love, as I mentioned already. And then the rest of the ones I have are more, so I guess these three kind of look the exact same, but I swear they're not. I swear they're not the same. One is the shade Boy Bye, one is Posy K, and one is the shade 20. These are all super pretty, more purpley tone, pinky kind of colors. Super stunning. I love them all. The 20 shade was darker than I thought it was, so when you see it online, if you're my skin tone, it's going to be darker on you, just warning you, because I definitely thought it was going to be a lot lighter, but just a heads up. And then one of my favorite reds is the Kylie in the shade Heat. This is so pretty. It's like an orangey fall style red. I just absolutely love it. It's so pretty. And then getting up to like what I really love to use when it comes to liquid lipsticks. So the Dose of Colors formula is super stunning. I only have this one shade, which is why I'm not saying it's one of my top 2 favorites, because I only have a purple shade, which obviously isn't the most wearable. But like I said, one of my school colors is purple, so had to get this, you know, celebrate, be school spirity. It doesn't have a shade name on it, but I think it's something along the lines of like Royal or something like that. Or that might be the Jeffree Star one, but it's something along those lines. It's super pretty purple though, and the formula is really nice, but obviously that's not an everyday color, so it's not my everyday liquid lipstick. And the ColourPop formula is really pretty as well. I only have 2. These are in the Ultra Satin Lip formula. This one, the whole thing actually got rubbed off because I use it so much, is in the shade 0.0. I absolutely love this brown nude, mostly brown though, more so than nude, because it definitely is like, this is a bold color when you choose to wear. I know in the bottle it doesn't look it, but it's definitely a bold color. And such a pretty pink. Like my favorite pink liquid lipstick probably would be the Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Dreamy from the Kathleen Lights Dream Street collaboration. This lip, like, it's so perfect. Like the formula is so nice, the color is so nice. Like I would definitely recommend this one. And sometimes you can get it in a bundle where it then saves you money by buying like 3 of the lipsticks that she released, and they're all super pretty. Like there's a gloss in 2 of the lipsticks and they're all really nice, so I would definitely recommend that. And then last but certainly not least are my 2 Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. This is by far my favorite liquid lipstick formula. I know there's a lot of controversy around him. I get it. I understand if you don't want to support him or his brand, but I really am about the makeup and I absolutely love this formula. It is so good. And I just, like, I don't even know how to, like, these are the perfect nude colors. In the bottle, they look identical, but on the lips, they look different, I swear. There's Mannequin Celebrity Skin, which I already said with the lip liners, and they're just so stunning. Celebrity Skin's a little darker than Mannequin, but they're both super pretty and they wear so nice. They're long wearing, but comfortable as well. So yeah, that's my entire makeup collection. Let me know what you guys think, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed it, and then comment down below what products you think I should get or what kind of videos you think I should do. See you later, guys.